shit, you weren't. Sorry. Holy shit, you weren't supposed to see that yet. Still setting up. Hold on. Whatever, we're here. Hey guys, hey, it's me, it's Tech. It's Tech Tinker. How you guys doing? You probably saw that. I'm gonna pretend like you didn't. Pardon me. I just finished dinner. I really don't mean to eat this late. Especially since I get all weird about it. But it was just kind of the only time I was able to eat. Anyway, that aside, there's a so you saw that, but we're gonna shove that aside for a little bit because I have a slightly different rant to talk about, which is the rant of news, the news rant. It's a rant I went on at least twice the other day during of the devil. Where did that go? Shit. I have to look for it later. Basically, the semester is slowly drawing to a close. Should be like next week or so. And with it, I will be slowly winding down activity, I guess you could say. Basically, nothing will change, kind of. But as a ghost trick is, it feels like it's coming to the end. It's like, what, 2 in the morning? Look, how long can we have left? Like 3 hours? Now. I think Ghost Trick has proven that it's going to be a very long 3 hours. It can stretch that time out as long as it wants. But, yeah, I think Ghost Trick is probably the closest to being over. Well, aside from Of the Devil, which is also probably like an episode or 2 away. Anyway, but once those hit their finales, they're going to be subbed in with extra days of, I don't know, Fate Extella, or Witch of the Holy Night. Something else is going to take their spot, so that I can get done with that faster, and I'm basically going for like a clean plate here, so that I can leave on vacation, extended stay, and have nothing on my plate left over. Of course, Hollow Knight will not count because that's a massive, massive, massive game, and I feel like maybe generously I'm only 50%, but like I don't know, man. Maybe that's my own curse of fucking Metroidvania. Like, I don't know how far into this game I am, but I hear it's a massive, massive, massive game, and I feel like I've barely done anything. So that's gonna be the last one standing, and then wherever we are when everything else, that's where that is. We're gonna pick it back up afterwards, but yeah, that's we're not taking that one into account. It's a little bit of an outlier. So yeah, we're gonna be. That's how the channel is going to be for a while, and then I'll be away on break while I settle some things and maybe take some extra time. It's probably going to be longer than the longest break I've taken, which is, I think, if memory serves, about a month or 2. It's probably going to be longer than that. Not for any specific reason. It's just I have ducks need getting in a row, and if I'm being honest, it's very hard for me to herd ducks. Putting that aside, I believe I made this. It's not super easy to see. I wonder if I can just kind of... Man, there's no good place to put it. We'll just leave it there. Man. Okay, so... Where do I want to start? Where do I want to fucking start? This used to be a smaller rant, like a slightly smaller rant. There was a last minute edition. It's very small, but Okay, so if you've been paying attention to Square Enix's performance recently, the CEO tends to make demands in a certain direction. And whether those demands are good or bad are not for me to say, but they are bad. They're so bad, any other company would have actually probably got under. Does anybody remember Foam Stars? I really do doubt it. It was live for like maybe 2 months. And I never fucking played it. And then there's all this other fucking AI stupid shit, slop bullshit. I really do hate what the CEO of Square Enix is making them waste their fucking money on. But it just recently came out. I said earlier, any other company would be dead by now, and the sole reason it isn't dead is because they make fucking Final Fantasy fucking 14. The shit prints. They should be the richest company on earth, but they are fucking shooting their legs off because they keep doing this stupid speculative market. Oh, we're gonna do AI, and even further back, we're gonna be doing what the fuck were they called again? That other rug pull, crypto. They're doing some sort of cryptocurrency game or some shit that nobody paid attention to because everybody knows crypto's a scam for drugs and other stupid shit. So everybody knew that Final Fantasy XIV was Square Enix's biggest bread earner, but we didn't know the exact numbers. When a report, hold on, let me see if I can't. Of course, I closed all my windows earlier. A report. Let me see if I can find it real quick, or where the report is from. But the report basically said that, like, hey, we did like a little bit of digging. Oh, hey, cool. And it turns out Square the performance of Final Fantasy XIV accounts for like over 50%. Jason Schreier from Blue Sky, which is I think a notable writing on from Bloomberg, an actual real news organization. Stakes are high for the next Final Fantasy XIV expansion, Evercold, which looks to win back players in the disappointing Dawn Trail. It's debatable, but whatever. In FY 2025, Final Fantasy XIV was responsible for more than 50% of Square Enix's profit. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. And we're dealing with all this stupid tech debt bullshit, and we can't do all sorts of stupid shit because it's made on spaghetti, and so obviously funds were being mishandled, not misappropriated. It's still very legal what they were doing, just not very good business wise. But how about a real fucking Final Fantasy XIV rank? Because this was just about the game. This is something that I've been thinking of literally all fucking day. So, I am a devout Dark Knight main. I picked it up when I did Heaven's Word, and I never looked back. I played Dark Knight all through halfway through Heaven's Word, all the way through. Well, for the most part, all the way through. What's it called? The one that's super divisive. The other one that's super divisive, I guess. Fuck. And you know what? I only really liked half of it. That one. The one after Heaven's Word. And through all of main Shadowbringers. Only to... once I finished with the quest Shadowbringers, I was like, you know what? I should pick up Warrior. For reasons. Like Shadowbringers reasons. It's free. It's fucking free. The free trial now includes Shadowbringers. Go play. Shadowbringers is a fucking amazing story, and so is a lot of the other rest of Final Fantasy. But it's fucking free, guys. If you're not already playing, what are you doing? So I decided to pick up Warrior, and don't let this what's about to happen here dissuade you from playing Dark Knight, because it's a really good class. I promise. I promise it's a really good class. We don't know what's coming in evolved mode. It could be good. It could be exactly what I've always wanted Dark Knight to be. Anyway, take a sip of drink. 3 years plus struggling with Dark Knight, but liking it because it's so fucking cool and so cool looking. 2 weeks with Warrior, and I'm going through Palace of the Dead because I hear it's an easy way to earn levels, and I'm a little tired of doing PvP like every 3 seconds while I'm trying to do something else. I have to admit that Warrior's just a better class. All top to bottom is way better than Dark Knight in all forms of performance. It does more damage. It has better mitigations. It's more consistent. I'm just like, oh fuck. Oh, I feel like I wasted so much time. I got everything that I ever wanted at a Dark Knight, and it's good. It's a good class. I can't. So disappointed. So let's look at some fucking things, because I've been thinking about this literally all damn day. Dark Knight has 2.5 mitigations. It probably has another one, but it doesn't matter, because it doesn't make any difference in the scheme of things. It's 2 good mitigations are the Living Dead, which is a so shit button, which had to get changed because otherwise it would kill you, but I still liked it, kind of besides because it would kill you. And the Blackest Night, which is actually really good. It's just a big shield, and you get to do one of your moves for free. And then for some stupid fucking reason, the little half, they gave it was it called Dark Mind or something, where it lowers the team's it lowers the magic damage taken or some shit. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know when to use that? That seems useless half the time. Why is this? And I guess it's because it's like a party buff, but like it's a terrible party buff. I just need to say it's a terrible party buff. So then I'm looking at Warrior, and I promise. I'm sorry. We'll start Ghost Trick here pretty soon. I'm sorry. I just need to get this off my fucking chest. I'm looking at the Warrior's mitigations. It has what was it called? Thrill of Battle, which buffs your max HP and heals you for that much, which is great. Good. And then there's Home Gang, which is that one's oh shit button, which is you just don't die, and also you chain in place the enemy you're targeting, which is also good. It's Home Gang is it's what the Living Dead is now, except I think the Living Dead also has like a big heal at the end of it. I don't know, like it's. And then there's, what was the other one, like Pure Reflex or Pure Instinct or something, which is a 10% all damage. You take 10% less damage across the board, magic and physical. That's what it should be. That's what it should be. And you get healed for every weapon skill you use. Like, what the fuck? During the duration, and it's only like 5 seconds, so like it's good. It's a good mitigation. And then the best mitigation, by far, bar none, with a fucking bullet, is Equilibrium, because I don't want to wait for the healer to heal me. I need to heal myself, and it's a really fucking good heal. It's at least a third of your health. Why doesn't Dark Knight have that kind of shit? It doesn't need all this other bullshit. And like, I'm playing it. I'm playing. I know my Dark Knight rotation, and I know the buttons are supposed to push to get the most damage out of it. And I'm playing Warrior, and I'm doing way more damage pushing way less buttons. and all my best buttons on Dark Knight are on the 2-minute timers, the fucking 2-minute meta shit that I'm glad they're getting rid of. Thank fucking God. This is why I know that the Dark Knight is going to be a much different class in evolved mode, because it's built on all these shitty buffs that barely do anything. Anyway, and built on 2-minute timers. And Warrior's best button, Fell Cleave, but isn't on a timer. I'm pressing 3 buttons to do the damage that Dark Knight does in like 8 on timers. And it's just, I hate that it's so much better. And it's not that I want Warrior to be as bad as Dark Knight. I want Dark Knight to be as good as Warrior. It fucking pisses me off. Anyway, there's more to say, but I really do need to get started. It's been 22 minutes and we haven't done nothing. What are we doing? Surely there can't be that much left. 10 years ago, a man named Sissil took a little girl named Lynn hostage and then was killed by a meteor fragment. Was he killed? Tonight, a man named Sissil met a detective named Lynn at the junkyard at the edge of town and was killed by a bullet. Yeah. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Hi. I see. My cell. And who are we calling? There you are, Commander Sith. Finally.
Sissil, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you.
Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of the way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissil.
Commander Sith. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep. But I know it's always darkest before the dawn. It's almost dawn now, Sissil. Oh, shit. Yeah, there it is.
Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look.
Ding, 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 ding. What? Up periscope.
Oh, yes, we're very close.
Wait. I was joking. Are they actually in a submarine? How did they get a landline in a submarine? We will not disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well.
Yeah, they're in a submarine, for sure. For sure. That's also probably why the communication stopped when we're not actively using it. Oh. Seamen! Those guys right there, they're seamen. I fucking knew it! Oh, look at those rooms I'm gonna have to fucking ghost trick through. Nice try, Inspector Cabanalla. But you can never stop me. See ya, sucker. That's a ghost piloting my dead body. Trick time. So... That submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? That's the case. They probably aren't the ones who killed me. Right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him. Oh, thank God he finally died. I could talk to him. Why is that on the... I don't know, old pigeon guy you reach up here. I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him. What an oddly hard hat. I'd never be able to wear anything like that. I don't think of it. I don't remember seeing it here either. Made a lot of clunk on the floor. Must be pretty solid. I love playing with toys. Whee. Nope, nope, okay. Won't move. Seems to be stuck on something. Just like how my mind is stuck on thinking about the inspector's death. Kinda hard to forget him with him sitting right there. Yeah, we'll get there. Can I look down, please? No? Oh. Alright, fine. Fine. Wow, it looks like I think it's trash down there. Hold on. Yeah, and another hard hat. A knit hat. This is a pretty soft hat. I bet even I could wear a hat like this. Come think of it. I don't remember seeing it here earlier. Hey, I wonder. Little pigeon guy think his pigeon is a hat. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what that is because he's silly. Is what I'll say. All right. Let's speak to the cabinet man. Hey, think you can wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious, huh? Guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back about 4 minutes before his death. A little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm going to find my answers, I can't run away from it. Let's do the time warp again. Maintenance building, Super's office. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Oh, sorry, hold on. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me more complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Make you feel alive? Oh, he's dead, yeah. That's a ghost piling in a dead body. Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all of the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Have you forgotten that? Wrong. Yeah, he isn't feeling anything. I was murdered by all of you. Brother, you're fucking up my hand. Detective Jojo who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Line, that girl who was right there when I was running. Line? She was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I would have never thought about taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I ever heard. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanala. Me? If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. My case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? And the two people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jojo. Bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief for you, won't it? One of the people who know the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You never listen anyway. Jesus. Yeah, dead body piloting a ghost piloting a dead body. Ye gods. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temsic. Bench? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanala. He's awake. My head's spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanala character who just got shot is me? Yeah. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me? I guess. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissil guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to the nation. Okay, do you think, baby? Eat my tasty bread. Yep. Mm-hmm. So are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks. Powers of the dead, yeah, but they can't control living things. Anywho, I think you better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. You're right, I better be careful. I wonder what would happen. Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? There's only so much I can do, right? Because I can't like interact with him. And I can't. Oh man, where's Missile? I want Missile in his extended range. Oop. What's the matter? What's it like to feel pain? What's it like to be alive? Yeah, there it is. It's all messy down here. Look at this place. It's a wreck. I wonder if he did that. What in the world happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying hidden here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about you. You know, I thought he was talking about someone else, but then I was like, well, what if he's talking about him? He's a little, I don't know. His character's kind of, not all over the place, but like, it's hard to get a read on him, which I think is the intention. So, it's a good on him. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. Ah, the pigeon guy. Hey, come to think of it, where's that old pigeon guy? Nope. Wait, nope. Ghost. I bet it can move around safely in here. Whoop. Yeah, there he is. Measuring device. Another one. This is some kind of thingy. Very astute observation. Sorry, my memory isn't working. Yeah, mine ain't working too well right now either. I do remember seeing somebody use this equipment though. Wait, can I reach it from? No. So I'm gonna need to hope whatever comes out of this is, hey, all right. All right, hold on. It's too heavy, can't budget. Not surprising with the mountain and roll on top of it. There appears to be a death buried underneath it. Please help that person. Yeah, we'll get there. Jeez, it's becoming crowded in here. Excuse me. You awake yet? Of course. I never sleep during work hours. Professor, you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cavanella, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy. And I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is. But are we already in the past, man? We can go back even further. Done it before. Still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cavanagh. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Or at the very least, things will change in such a way that I don't need to save him. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor, this place is dangerous? Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead. Just as I thought. I'm getting your reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it... He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit. Ridiculous. So you got it all figured out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanala. So it's really true. You're... Wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body's just a vessel. A shell. I control everything. This shell, people. Just like I controlled the Justice Minister in line. Retreat like a normal person, man. Don't land on your toes. So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time? You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? Wait, she shot him? Wait, no he didn't. What? To create conclusive evidence. You know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Joe did. Oh, she had him shoot. Okay, now I understand. Okay. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I am even grateful to you. Oh, yeah? So why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. But before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Oh, along with the contraption in this room. God, you can never do things directly, huh? This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Oh, I see. Professor, look out! What? How did you survive that? Oof. Dynamite, huh? What the devil did he put that there? He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? I thought they just moved it. Yeah, him. Obviously. That medical examiner. Remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. He was blue. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby. You saw through their plan, huh? I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. Yeah, you can see the dynamite there. I thought we would just find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action's the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past. All right, man. Jump in there and stop the explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way. Fair enough. Then jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say. And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye. Well, what do you propose then, Prof? Pray tell. Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. Jeez, what's with all these people? Anywho, jump in there and do something. I already have an idea. Damn it. It's no use, I can't open it. I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set. Sound so proud of that fact, too. This door. Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Okay. Sometimes life can hit you hard, so hard. Wouldn't you agree, Professor? Yeah, that's why we're both dead. It opens downward, huh? Measuring device. Ugh. What do you think you're doing? I just thought I'd try it out. If you do, you're going to get me set the contraption in motion. Yeah. I just thought. He just thought he'd blow me up is what he thought. Yeah, I guess that was my bad. But there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room. Back up front. I can't reach anything. What in the world is this thing? This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects temsic radiation, it responds. Got that, kid? Ain't it a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much. What a sorry pair. So the powers if I remove it. Not that it's just not there, too far manipulated. I feel like I'm running out of time. Well, here we come. Yeah, there he is. It's like he said. Oh shit. Maybe I could have opened it then. But I need to do it just as he's... Oh shit. I need to do it just as the explosion's happening, right? So that he doesn't even notice. I think I'm just gonna hang out in the door. Move the contraption in this room. If I can stop the toy from spinning, I can hold the contraption. That won't really solve anything. There's a smart boy. You stop the explosion, he'll just find another way to get me. That would probably give away the fact that you're here, too. So I have to rescue you without stopping the explosion. Is that even possible? That's what has to be done. Deal with it. As you perhaps already noticed, time's running out, baby. Yeah, no perhaps about it. But you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. As I find another path, I'm sort of in a deadlock here. Sissil. I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me before I'm carried away. What's that frail sound and call for help? He's here somewhere. Friend of yours? Little guy that looks... Oh! He left in a leaf, didn't he? Little guy that looks a little fragile, but his strength would surprise you. Well, he's asking you to find him. And before he's carried away, no less. Almost out of time. Should I look for him? Look for him. Yeah, there's like wheels and shit. Two. Well, hey! Sissil, here I am! Oh, hey, it's Mythil! What are you doing here? Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there? No, it's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. You gonna help me out? Of course! Here, let me come join you. Yay! Missile! Okay, here I am, Sissil. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit thinky. Fate changed just a little bit. Okay, let's stop that explosion. No, we actually can't do that. Okay, let's take care of the man in red then. We don't want to be doing that either. We can't do this. We can't do that. What can we do? Well, let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know my bad. I'm talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. Right trigger. What is this? Toy cake. A ball. A lamp. Trash can lid. Trash can. What's that? Books? Those squeaky guys sure are making a fuss about something. Sissil, my animal instincts are starting to surface. If you mean what? Fuck. If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. This isn't gonna rat feast in the trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. Bigger commotion, huh? Right, yes. Trash can. Trash can lid. Right trigger, right trigger. I can't go and like interact with it. Oh. So what does that do for me? Now that's what I call some proper commotion. They're making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a little like dancing myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold back my wild instincts. What a dangerous bunch. Okay. Trick. No. There. So what are we doing here? Oh, hey, okay. What does that do for me, though? Get away. Stop it. Cancel. What does that do? What does that do? What? You remember how to use my powers, you can swap things out of the same shape. Well, to be precise, swap things that look like they have the same shape. As I was being carried away by the wind and falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at the thing from different angles, it looks different. You know, that's a pretty good point. The little doggy who came with the sewage. Oh, you mean... Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. Oh, hawk. Okay. Sorry, I thought we were swapping things here. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So we're swapping things that look the same. Koi cake. Hold on. Look up. Up there. Nothing even Missile can reach. Not up there anyway. So we've swapped the trash can lid with the tire. But why? Why did we swap the trash can lid with the tire? It's not like I can reach it. Still too heavy. Keep hitting the wrong button. I think. What? Oh! When did it fall like that? Well, there we go. Look out! Woo! Yeah, there we go. Okay. And he's too careless to check that he actually... Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I may have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you. I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Carbonella. Couldn't really do anything to help you. And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except... Unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here. Yay. One fate averted. Now we do need to go back and help Calvinola. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead, not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset. Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that. And what's this lively little creature? Oh, this little doggy here is the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven! What a terrible thing! That poor little girl. Taken hostage. It's a cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage? Yes, we're sorry, little warrior. Miss Camilla a hostage? What's a hostage? Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried that before, am I right? But this time it's different, right, Thistle? That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this. Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. We're doing this all for you, man. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanalla is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there. Thistle, I'll go first and wait for you. Oh, thank you. Thistle! Okay, lovey-dove, we need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it. Lovey-dove, that's nice. Whee! You got grit, little pigeon. I better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. Doop, doop. There you are, Thistle. Sorry for the wait, missile. 4 minutes from now, the inspector will be killed by a gun. You'd just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? There you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cabanella without him noticing. It's even worse than last time. Anywho, jump in there and do something. Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Thistle. Don't forget, whenever you want. Yeah, I know how to do it. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Things that look like other things. You know what? Hold on. Can I? Shit. Damn it, Sissil, why are you so short? The man, I want to put a curse. Do something to help me. I have a message for you. I'll tell you something very much. Okay, go ahead. Stop messing with a bad little voice and do something to help me. Yeah. Okay, looks like the first move is missiles. But what should it be? So could you explain something to me? Exactly when did the man in white die? How did the white die? He got shot with a gun. Gun, huh? I've always wondered about those things. How come people die when you hear that loud bang? Huh? Why? Dude, I don't think I remember. Oh, brother, I hope I never lose my memory. Mr. Whitecoat here died because he got shot with a bullet. Bullet? A little lump of metal. It proves fatal when it gets lodged in his head. Oh, I get it. It's like a little tiny beano, right? Yeah, something like that. I guess. A little bit of a different shape, though. In that case, I gotta be able to use my power on it and save the man in white. Hey, good news, huh, Whitecoat? Can't anybody here just call me Cabanala? Alright. So 2 different desk lamps, a book, helmet, kettle. I think I need to wait. I think I need to wait for him to advance his things. That's actually exactly the one I was thinking of. So that I can have Sissil jump in and do something. If I turn the lamp on, would he notice? Yes, he would. Oh shit, he's blue. What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? You sense my presence. Oh shit, he's looking at us. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Damn it. Everything, including the life of that police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot. Yeah. Guess using my powers right in front of the other me wasn't such a good idea. Especially when someone gets shot because of it. Guess the only thing I can do is, yeah, when he looks away. When he looks away. Interesting. When he looks away. Fascinating. I didn't notice when he looks away. Oh, shit. Good luck, kids. You should do it without stopping the guy from firing, and him without noticing. In other words, once it's fired, the bullet will be the key to this whole thing. Oh, they were being serious. Wow, okay. Well, the first move is... Oh, shit. Well, there. Oh, did you see that? That bad Sissil turned around. Yeah, man, I know. You have to call him that? But yeah, maybe there's a chance to try some ghost tricks. This is the only time he takes his eyes off me, too. You have something to do it now. I'm to take the first steps towards saving the inspector. That's swivel. What's that? Don't worry about what that was. Yeah. That's the kind of guy you are, yeah? Yep. Shit. That's a good way for me to go over there and do something else. Oop, wait. Why can't we only talk in the normal time? I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die? Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. Then why'd you go to the trouble of shooting him at all? That was almost up. That's enough chit-chat. The situation's changed thing. These last split seconds are our chance. Okay. You do that. Right trigger. You go do that. 3. Jiggle the hat. Back down. Oh, and there it is. There's our bullet. All right, missile. It's up to you. 2. 1. It's no use. Even with my powers, there's nothing I can do. Really? No? I'm gonna get shot again? What about the knit hat? No? Really? That looks like a bullet to me. Come on. I want to say the inspector will white without the guy noticing that I have to use something about the bullet after it's fired. I can swap it with something, you know. So I better look for something with the same shape. I thought I did have something with the same shape. Yeah. What left like a bullet for what this is wanting? Hadn't done what you did on red trigger. Now's the time to do stuff. Ah, you didn't do that before, dick. Bang. Well. Yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah, we didn't just do it like that. Yes. I already know I messed up. Oh, hey, for bread. Knock the kettle over already, damn it. Thank you. Does opening the spout lid count too? It does not. Fascinating. Turn around. Thank you. What was that? Now, what does that do for me? Can missile... Ooh, okay, hold on. I had another thought. I need Sissil to get over there. Wait, how did I do that last time? Oh, when he brought it back closer. Okay, yes, okay. I just need missile, move somewhere else. Actually, move right there. Yes. What will that do for me, however? That's the kind of guy you are. Knock that down. I think it makes a pretty good bullet. And maybe, what do I know? I didn't design the game. All right, missile. Swap them. Yes. Would you look at that? Right on the hook. I love knit hats. So warm and most of all soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, it has the same shape as the helmet I just knocked down. Yes. Yeah, okay. trigger. Is there anything else? I guess that looks a little bit more bullet-like. So how do we do, fellas? There's nothing I can do. I don't see anything to swap the bullet with. Really? Yes, Inspector Cabanal, you're gonna get shot again. Is the knit hat not enough? It said to swap with the one. Hold on, let me. Can I? Yeah, I can do that. Next time, then, I guess. Hmm. This is a fun way to go about it, actually. Okay, what if I do that? Can I swap to Sissil? No, I don't think so. Ah, whatever. Yes, yes. Try that again. Okay, let me think. You're supposed to swap the bullet with something else. But it's also supposed to knock him out? Hmm. Turn around, evil Sissil. You just hang out here for a while, Missile. I like how he flops. It's really funny. It's supposed to be doll-like. And I suppose it is. It's just really fun to look at. Jiggle it off. Do that back. Talk book swap. Ah. You guys said. Examine the book. Turn on the desk lamp. Jiggle the knit hat. Swivel the desk. Well, there's nothing for me. But if I jiggle the knit hat, I won't have anything else. Shit. I think. Something how it dies, yeah. Yep. The lamp is almost in my way. It's so annoying. Yeah. I've never seen a ghost word like this. Yeah. I wonder if Sissil's particular ghost trick is that he can actually move through time like this. Because Mr. Manipulator here doesn't seem to be able to know how to do that. Especially once he figures this out. Damn it, what am I missing? What? What am I missing? I don't have up here missile. The trigger. It would actually make a lot of, like a world of difference if I can swivel this back in time. Yeah. No. Damn it. Alright. Shoot him, yes. This is hiding out on the book. So I jiggle that to knock it loose. And now it looks like a book. And I bring it back over. So the missile can swap with the book. Can swap the book with that. And then it hat turns into like a hat. Spectre trying to make a big red stain on the spell like that, right? What is it you want from me? So I jiggle it again, and then it's kind of nothing, right? I've lost all usefulness. Oh, here we go, here we go. Do I need to do something over here? Those atomic fragments was an article from back when it was big news. I guess that's still true today. What exactly is this thing with a giant nail clipper? No, most certainly does not. It's an instrument used in analyzing radiation emitting. A lone kid. Well, the rest of us understand it either. Yeah, you said it. Yeah. That still doesn't help us out here. I did this one because this is the failure condition that lets me do it like this. Do the rewind. Shit. What am I missing? What if I just never knocked the hard hat off, huh? That seemed like the thing to do at the time, but maybe it isn't. I mean, it probably is, but I don't know what else to do. I wonder why we need to turn the desk lamp on too. So if we're skipping out on that, that's just that, right? That's just the kind of guy you are. I wish I could reach it. Back and then forth. I wish this could skip faster. Now he's about ready to shoot him. Spoutlet. Again, it's nothing. Shit. I still can't reach it. So whatever I need, it does involve knocking that down. What is it that I need? Also, I wish I wouldn't talk like this. All this was like cool and interesting at the time, but now I'm like, well. The only thing I can think of is that it's just not reaching far enough. But I really don't think that's what it is. So it must be missing something else. What? What is it? Use that phone swivel, toggle the light. Good shots. I do all kinds of funky poses. My only thought is, it's like this so it can turn into a book. So it can be swapped with the book. And then it falls there. Right on the hook. I love knit hats. That hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. But he can't reach it. What is it you want me to do? What is it you want me to do? It clearly wants me to swap the hat with the helmet, the knit hat with the helmet, but it doesn't let me. I'm still doing it wrong somehow. Because it just It turns it like it's... But if I jiggle the knit hat there to make it fall, that doesn't help anything. And in fact, it renders it into a useless state, let's say. So move, examine, turn on, jiggle. Swivel, dial. Open the spout lid. Over there. What am I thinking? What do I need to do? Oh, shit, already time. Is it? Last split second, right? Leave it to me. What? Would you look at that? Bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Another chance. I'm in here with the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else. What? This is our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Same shape and direction. Hurry now. Swap the hanging bullet with something else. No, the hat. Really? What the fuck is he thinking? I don't think he noticed. Looks like he pulled off another magic disappearing act. And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm, and most of all, so soft. Did I do all right? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over. Alright, well. Sure, man. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I think what was supposed to happen with the, it looks like the hat comment. Oh, got me so in my fucking head. Okay. I think what was supposed to happen is that there was supposed to be at least one try where the hard helmet was still hanging up, and there was a scene where like swap the hard helmet with the bullet, and then we do that, and then he still fucking dies because his skull caved in, a fucking mock speed or whatever the fuck. But now I skipped over that bit. If I had seen that and but it made the connection. I just needed to know the shape of the bullet. Whatever. What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I have been looking for. All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two were working together. That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. I am quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Kamala. You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. Come on, man, you're just being dramatic. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanal, the man in red left. And now, a new story is about to unfold, in a new present. How are you feeling, you old crazy character? I still have a bunch of broken ribs. Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah. Nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting older. What? A few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion. Wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right. Like, I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, eh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's pray the boys came through for us. Damn it. You picked a bad time not to listen to me, buddy of mine. Well, looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, I'm on the case of the inspector in white. Can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information needed to start tracking the manipulator. I better talk to him. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk with you a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. Police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. A coroner, if you would. 10 years ago, I asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. Connection successful, that's nice. Yeah, stream dropped for a little bit, so I as soon as I noticed, I stopped playing. Which, yeah. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you, recovering your memory, and finding your true identity, too. I guess we'll find out the things eventually. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right, no question about it. But there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I wouldn't cut it. I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. No scarring or blood either. Interesting. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery. That's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen the body. There's only one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? He checked himself out. They love using that animation. It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw with our own eyes tonight that even that explosion could kill him. And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist into the stove. This guy we're playing right now isn't Sissil. Sissil's the manipulator. This guy thinks he's Sissil, so he's presenting as Sissil. Like how, Lion was presenting as Cabanala not too long ago. The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off the body. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute. Could it be? That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment. Like a stand arrow. Did you know that? Stands are from meteorite fragments? I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. Radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die, only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I'd quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. And it's going to pull up a third option, which is the connection. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop now, Professor. You want to see me blush? Yeah. Oh, Cabanel's around. Okay. It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came in here dancing into my research lab. He does love doing that. I heard there was an oddball who's researching Tempsick. That you, baby? Who are you calling anybody an oddball? Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball? I was investigating the manipulator case then. And then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. He just has this, I can see his feet from here, I think. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Tempsick was somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers. The manipulator birthday surprise a little girl made her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camila. Oh, interesting. Thought they were going to flip that to a new one. Alright. But I knew things were going to end up like this. But I tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. Might be able to erase deaths, but it's sure I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, sorry, I suppose you're right. Just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there, within my grasp. All the plans were resting on tonight. And then this had to happen. Guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. Not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. The guy mentioned revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He is the one who made that decision to take that little girl hostage, and then he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Joe forced me into a corner. Lion the girl was playing in the park. You, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed that gun at that kid. Yes. 10 years ago on that day, Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made two very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, fine. Where's my phone? You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life live in hell. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress him. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking a statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that. Kaminola, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right there and be a good boy now. He left him alone. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun. How could you? He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had my gun to point at Lion in the first place. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? The solid snake method. For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communication networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted to buy him. Him and his power. He wanted them to buy him. Him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them two predictions. He foresaw two completely preposterous impossible cases. Okay. Those are the two other prisoners. Sausage Head and the Rocker. The case of the man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Huh. Those two inmates at the special prison, huh? He kept tabs on the communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight, staked it out. That restaurant, the chicken kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. Submarine? We haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right. Highly unlikely they'd use him for peaceful purposes. And now that they have that little girl as a hostage. Camilla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life. Than your life, huh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case. The manipulator case? That's why you cared so much about your record? Of course. Why else, baby? I just never would believe, man. Joe, shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story, some secrets. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. Took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's gonna prove that Jode is innocent. Really? What an incredible determination. Yeah. There's just one thing I don't understand. You were so determined to help Detective Jode. Why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison's a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself has to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, huh? There's this one little unfortunate result of all this. Lion completely misunderstood your intentions. What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around, give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Yeah. So the contraption in the basement here. You built that to try and help Detective Jode? That's right. Jode and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Will tell Jode it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire. So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Inspector Cabanella! Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. Must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Or that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Was that really an image she had of him? Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry. I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jode. This manipulator, such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to get involved. So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, someone's in the way, throw him in the slam. That's not healthy. You shouldn't do that. Yeah. Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. My body gave out at me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. Oh. But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jode! The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he left Detective Jode go free until tomorrow morning, too. That's a pretty extreme while he was at it. Let me just shift all the paint on my shirt. Sorry it took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around, and you swoop in at the last second. Jode. I was looking at that big old jacket in the background. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it to you back one day. Forward march, lovey-dove. Yeah. But look, I've been waiting so long, Detective Jode. Waiting for this day to come. Thanks for not giving up on me, Line. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. It looks like a healthy Dr. Wily. Yo, what's that? Oh, it's a pocket watch. This present you gave me. It's just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it. Sissil, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please? All right, fine. Count on you. The true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. All right. I'm leaving. Inspector Cabanala? It's almost dawn. I'm not actually who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. Yay! This was a really long one. 3:39. That took 40 minutes. Eh. No. It's late. This is long enough. Right. As one final reminder, the games. Oh, here, hold on. As one final reminder, things are going to be slowly slowing down a little bit. Games are going to keep. Once I finish a game, it's going to be taken out of the rotation, and something else currently in the rotation will take its place. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Lobotomy Corp would also probably take really long. But we'll see how it goes. So once I'm done, maybe even next session with Ghost Trick, we'll start subbing out extra. I don't know. Maybe not Hollow Knight, because we had. Let's actually make some progress on a game that we can actually beat now. So I might sub in. I don't know. Maybe I'll sub in some extra Lobotomy Corporation. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But and next week when I finish off of the Devil, presumably, I'll do more Extella, I guess. But yeah. Things are going to be changing for a while, and then you won't hear from me for a while, at least not stream-wise. And then hopefully work will get done, and then you'll see from me again. But until then, hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, rest of your week. Hope you're all taking care of yourselves, and sequence breaking can be fun sometimes, just not all the time. But yeah, take care, guys. Bye. Oops, wrong scene. Shit.